Hello, Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Cancer, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking in each other's direction and are moving forward. So, with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. How does Cancer currently view this relationship? Okay, so we do have these. Why do we have the Seven of Swords, Cancer? We do have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Six of Pentacles. Well, you currently have a really good thing going on between you and whoever it is that you currently find yourself romantically involved with. I do want to clarify the Seven of Swords because this could definitely represent you currently connecting with somebody that you have a really, really good thing with, and you could just be keeping it a secret. Maybe you're not ready to tell your family members and your friends about this person that you currently find yourself dating / talking to. Totally understandable. Or this could definitely represent an energy of you being at the verge of self-sabotaging a really good thing for whatever reason. So I just want to look into the Seven of Swords and see what it's more so leaning towards, so that way I have a full understanding of what in the world is going on here. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we do have the Knight of Wands. We do have the Magician. We also have the Judgment card, and then okay, so this is kind of leaning more towards your 2.5 seconds from self-sabotaging a really, really good thing here between you and this person. And here's the reason, behind it all. For one, I think that you're looking at this person like they're too good to be true. I think that at times you tend to question, why is this person so nice to me? And why is this person like this to me? And why is this person like that to me? Like, this is weird, you know what I mean? So, this might be a first for you. Maybe you're not used to people like them. That's definitely a possibility. But you're kind of harnessing the energy of, I just think that this person's here to play games with me, waste my time, get me to fall for them. And then, eventually hurt me in the end and disappoint me in the end, let me down in the end, but you're also harnessing the energy of, I'll be damned if I let that happen. So it's kind of like the mentality of, before this person gets me, maybe I should get them first. You know what I mean? Like, it has that type of feel. And it could be as simple as, all right, before this person gets me, I'm gonna go run away now. You know what I mean? Before this person gets me and hurts me and disappoints me and lets me down. Like, it has that type of flavor to it. Now, I don't know if this person's here to play games on you, or let me say that all over again, because I think I just said, I don't know if this person's here to play games on you. I didn't mean that. What I meant to say is, I don't know if this person's here to play games with you, or waste your time, or if they're very, very serious about you. So let's look into that. How does this person currently view this relationship with Cancer? So you showed up as a Queen of Wands, because I did see that at the bottom of the deck. Your person's showing up as a King of Wands. Okay. True pair situation here between you and this person. You could very well be connecting with your twin flame. That's definitely a possibility. Okay. I do want to look at this moon. I do want to look at the moon and the Eight of Cups before I open my mouth and say anything. But true pair situation right off the bat between you and this person. Like I said, you could be connecting with your twin flame. But tell me more about the moon to the Eight of Cups. Let's see what this is all about. All right. We have the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords. And then we also have the Chariot out here. Okay. All right, cool. In regards to how in regards to how they are currently viewing this relationship. So it kind of looks like things between them and somebody that they were once upon a time romantically involved with just simply didn't work out. Now, I feel like this ending between the two of them kind of happened a little while back ago. So it could have been like a few months ago that this relationship between them and said person essentially came to an end. But I feel like after that relationship between them and that particular person, came to an end, they kind of fell into this energy of, I really don't want anything to do with love for a very, very long time. I wouldn't go as far as to say, I wouldn't go as far as to say that this person ever told themselves that they were 100% done with love. I just kind of feel like they were done with love, for for a little while. You know, they had every intentions, obviously, of, you know, putting themselves back out there and, you know, deciding to essentially love again, you know, things of that nature. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you, okay? I think that this person went from, you know what, I'm gonna take a break. I'm just gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break and I'm just gonna like chill out and just focus on me and not focus on a person and just take a break, you know, from dating. Take a break from love, right? Something is prompting this person to put themselves out there all over again. And between you and I do feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that they just need a little bit of a distraction in their life. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? In some way, shape, or form, you're showing up in the picture. And I'm going to be honest, they're treating this really, I'm going to be honest. They're treating this relationship with you, how do I say this? Like, this is just a distraction for them, okay? And all the problems that, you know, they've been going through as of lately because of this, you know, person that, you know, they were dealing with, and things just simply didn't work out with, things of that nature. So yeah, they are putting themselves out there, but it's in the name of, you know what, I need a damn distraction in my life. So you know what, I'm just gonna put myself out there, and, you know, I'm just gonna talk to a few people, and whatever happens, happens, I guess. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna take anybody seriously. I'm just, you know, I just need a distraction. I just need a distraction. And I think that this dynamic between the two of you is going to take the only freaking turn that they're not anticipating or expecting. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Yes, they're getting involved with you, but it's not with the mentality of, I'm trying to settle down with you. I'm trying to settle down with you. I'm trying to settle down with you, because that's not the type of mindset that this person's on. However, I do feel like things are going to drastically change, though, when they, you know, get to know you a little bit more. I think that that's something that's going to drastically change on their behalf. They're going to go from, I'm not really trying to have anything serious with you, Cancer, to like, matter of fact, wait a motherfucking second, I could see myself having something serious with you. So that's how things are going to play out on their end. You know, they're going to treat you in this dynamic with you like they're just here to have a good old time, nothing more, nothing less. They're not looking for anything serious, nor do they want anything serious. I think that when you meet this person, you're going to find yourself really, really liking them. Granted, are you going to look at them like they're too good to be true? Sure. But you're going to really, really find yourself essentially liking this person. And I think that they're going to find themselves eventually liking you as well, the more that they spend time with you and get to know you. This energy that they're harnessing will drastically change on their behalf. I'm not really worried and concerned about it. How does Cancer feel? So we have the Ace of Swords, we got the Five of Wands, and then we also have the Hangman out here. Okay. Now, when it comes down to how you're currently feeling, it kind of looks like you're trying to kind of like get down to the bottom of how this person actually feels about you, because a lot of you feel like this person is just kind of sending you mixed signals, and it's creating a lot of inner conflict within you. There's times where this person gives you the impression that they're super into you, and there's times where this person kind of gives you the impression that they're not. And I think that that's just kind of creating a level of frustration, you know, within you, because here you are developing all these emotions for this person, and here they are, you know, sending you mixed signals. And it's just frustrating you. You know what I mean? It's just frustrating you. You might even view this person as somebody who's very, very hard to figure out and or read. I am definitely getting that as well. How does this person currently feel? So we have the Knight of Cups. We got the Seven of Wands. And then we also have the Page of Swords. Okay. With the Knight of Cups coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this person's really starting to develop some romantic feelings for you, which kind of goes against what they essentially wanted to do to begin with. Like, they didn't want to be out here catching feelings for you or anybody else. They just wanted a distraction in their life, nothing more and nothing less. But they do find themselves developing some romantic, you know, emotions for you. And the moment that they realize that they're developing romantic emotions for you, it's as if this person's kind of coming in and checking themselves and telling themselves, hey, listen, do not fall. Don't fall for Cancer. Don't do it. Remember what we just got out of and how much that really hurt you. Don't do this to yourself. Just don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself. Just be single. Just focus on you. Stop wasting your time on love. You're just going to end up getting hurt and disappointed like you did the last time. You remember the last time? Like, you know, I mean, this to me just kind of feels like a boatload of self-talk going on this person's behalf. It's like they're trying to talk themselves out of these emotions that they're developing for you. More of the story. Yeah. We have the Nine of Cups, we have the Chariot, and then we also have the Seven of Cups out here. Yeah, this person's developing a lot of emotions for you. They do definitely view you as somebody who's very different from what they're accustomed to essentially dealing with, and that's, well, not what they're accustomed to essentially, well, yeah, basically what they're accustomed to essentially dealing with. Sorry, I feel like the coffee hasn't kicked in just yet. Anyways, let's just roll with it, you guys. So you're very different from what they're accustomed to dealing with, just like they're very different from what you're accustomed to dealing with. So that's something that you guys definitely have in common, and that's what causes this person to feel so drawn to you and your energy. So I get the whole why you feel like this person's sending you mixed signals, because it's like 1 minute they're all over you and they just can't get enough of you, and then the next minute they're just kind of like pulling away. And I feel like the moment that this person does pull away, you know, it kind of gives you the impression like, damn, maybe this person doesn't really want me as much as, you know, they make it seem like they do. Like maybe they don't really want this as much as they seem like they say they do. I am getting that. What actions will Cancer take towards this person or moving forward? We do have the King of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, and then we also have the Ten of Cups. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Cups. We also have the Empress, and then, oh man, you're going to really fall for this one over here. I mean, you're already falling for them, but you're going to fall even harder for them. And it's primarily because this person is going to eventually reach this point within this dynamic that they share with you where they're not going to find themselves fighting it anymore. Like, they're not going to find themselves pushing you away. You know what I mean? They're going to find themselves just giving in to you in this dynamic that they share with you. And the moment that they do is when I see you instantly falling for this person, because you're getting the full version of them and all that comes with them. And that's what's causing you to basically fall for this individual. That's what's causing you to fall into this energy of like, oh my God, like I can see myself getting married to this person. I can see myself starting a family with this person. Like, oh my God, like they're perfect for me. And the only reason why you're falling, like I said, into that energy is because this person's not checking themselves anymore. They're not telling themselves, hey, you're catching feelings over here. If I were you, I would stop right now. I would stop right now and just stop. You know what I mean? They're not going to be doing that in the near future. And because this person is not doing that, they're basically going to be giving you in this dynamic that they share with you, you know, their all without holding back, without restrictions. And I think that that is what's going to ultimately cause you to basically fall for this person. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, we got the Six of Pentacles, and then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. There they go, giving you and this dynamic that they share with you, they're all without fear, without hesitation, and or restrictions. And here's the main reason why they're even doing this to begin with. For starters, they really do like you. You are somebody that they do see a lot of potential with. I am definitely getting that. And because of that, this is why they want to give you in this dynamic that they share with you, you know, they're all, and they don't want to essentially hold back, you know, when it comes down to you. Because their whole thing is that, for one, they don't necessarily feel like they're going to essentially find someone like you again. So this person knows deep down inside that if they continue to send you mixed signals after mixed signals after mixed signals, the likelihood of you reaching this point of, you know what, I've had enough, I'm so sick and tired of you and your mixed signals, I'm out, is very likely to happen. And they don't want that to essentially happen. And they know in order to prevent that, it does kind of require this person to basically give in to you in this dynamic that they share with you without fear, without holding back, without hesitation. And that's basically what we're seeing here. Now, this person, yes, I do see them giving in to you in this dynamic that they share with you. Yes, I do see that definitely happening. And it's going to instantly cause you to fall for this one over here. I am definitely getting that. However, when it comes down to whatever it is that this person experienced in this previous relationship, there's certain things that this person needs to kind of like work on and essentially overcome, because if they don't work on this or overcome this, it will greatly affect them within this dynamic that they share with you, and it will ultimately affect you and their relationship with you. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this person that they were dealing with last cheated on them or betrayed them or deceived them in some way, shape, or form. These are things that this one over here is going to have to work on and overcome, because if they do not work on this or overcome this, it's going to naturally affect them in their relationship with you, as well as you in the process of it all. And how are you going to be affected by this? Well, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this person did get cheated on by this person's ex. They might even go as far as to essentially accuse you of cheating on them when you're not cheating on them. And they might do this on a frequent basis, where they're constantly accusing you left and freaking right, that you're essentially cheating on them, when in all actuality, you're not doing any of those things, nor do you have the time to do it, nor do you have the intentions of, putting this person through something like that. However, they're not going to think that way or feel that way if they do not address this issue that they have yet to essentially fully heal from or make peace with. Remember, it kind of looks like what happened is that these two parted ways for whatever reason. They parted ways, okay? Whether it's because this one over here cheated on them or whatever have you, okay? And instead of them taking that time to fully heal and just be by themselves and go to therapy and get the help that they need or whatever the case may be, they decided to put themselves out there because they needed a distraction in their life. And then this is where you kind of come into the equation here. They end up meeting you and they end up developing romantic feelings for you. That kind of goes against the plans, that they initially had set out for themselves, because all they really wanted was a distraction in their life. And I'm being totally honest with you, but it kind of looks like because you are the way that you are, they couldn't help themselves but to essentially fall for you. And they couldn't help themselves but to turn around and basically give you, in this dynamic that they share with you, their all, which is another thing that kind of goes against the plans that they had set out for themselves. Because given what they went through in this previous relationship, it caused this person to want absolutely nothing to do with love for a very long time. Okay, but you show up, you know what I mean? And then they feel the way that they feel about you, and they can't help the way that they essentially feel about you, and they can't help the fact that they look at you like you're perfect for them, and they just can't help the fact that they don't necessarily feel like they're ever going to find someone like you ever again. And if they keep doing things like pushing you away, you know what I mean? Placing limitations upon themselves, things of that nature within this dynamic that they share with you, it's just going to possibly prevent you from not wanting anything to do with them. And they don't want that. They do not want that. Okay? They do not want that. So yeah, I mean, in the end, do I see the two of you like entering a relationship with one another, sharing a home with one another, possibly even starting a family with one another? Yeah, I definitely see that happening within this dynamic here between the two of you. Absolutely. And it's going to happen after this person gets out of their own way. That's when I see you guys, starting and creating a life with one another. But it does kind of require them to get out of their own way first. And they will. I'm not really worried and concerned about it. They will definitely get out of their own way. And once they do, that's when I see you guys building and establishing a life with one another. Okay? So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.